It is Sunday, October 23rd in the MLB, and I'm Austin from Calling Our Shot.
And I'm Logan from Calling Our Shot.
We are back. We have 2 games on today. This could be the final day we ever have 2 games as two teams are fighting for elimination. We have our 2 favorite picks and parlay of the day coming right up.
As always, guys, just do us a quick favor. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Austin, I was just checking the subs. We're closing in on 46K. You guys have just absolutely been killing that subscribe button in the community. So go do it. Go join those other people.
Go. We have a lot of content already on the channel. You can go check that out. Let's recap yesterday. Logan, I thought your pick was going to be an L. You had Garrett Cole under or over 1.5 earned runs, and the first 2 runs of the game were unearned. That was brutal. But Garrett Cole said, I got your back, and gave us a couple more. Now, my pick was the under 8.5 runs in the Phillies versus Padres game. I watched the first inning, just turned it off. It's like, all right, here's 7 quick runs to the dome. Ended up scoring 15, a crazy beat. But we're going to keep getting into it. We appreciate you guys, as always, for tuning in. I shouted out all our new All-Stars in the NBA video. So if you become an All-Star, I'll shout you out maybe in that video tomorrow. But go become an All-Star. We've been helping you make some money. Go hit that join button on the channel. Logan, I'm going to let you start it off. You're starting actually with the later game. But what you got for the people today?
Yeah, we're keeping the same flow where you picking the Phillies Padres game. I'm picking the Yankees game. Why? Because I can't pick a single Phillies game right. So that's why we're sticking with this format. But I've been pretty dialed in this Yankees series, and I'm taking the Yankees team total over 1.5 total runs in the first 5 innings in this one. Minus 105 on DraftKings is your best value. The last time I ever looked at a first 5 team total line, I questioned. So I've been actually kind of sort of tracking these. The one that stuck out to me was a few games ago in that Padres versus Phillies series. And it was the Padres. They were minus 110, even odds on this same exact line against Nola. And I'm like, Nola's just been so lights out. Why is it like this? Well, it's sort of over. They easily hit Nola in this one. And I think we're kind of going to see something like this for the Yankees in the first 5. I know everyone and their mother just wants to run away from betting the Yankees. But the top pivot to this one, if you don't have it, because I understand that this is a DraftKings special kind of thing. First of all, you probably should have at least DraftKings and FanDuel. That's my opinion. Those 2 books are really good for betting these types of things. But if your book doesn't have it, I would go Yankees first 5 money line. I think that's a pretty safe bet. Or if you want to get ambitious for plus 5, you could take their first 5 run line. But I think against McCullers Jr. today, there really is going to be an edge. McCullers Jr., 6 innings pitched, 0 earned runs versus Seattle in his only postseason start. Yeah, that's the Seattle game that went 18 innings too. So yeah, no bats were brought against McCullers that day. But I think there's definitely an edge if the Yankees can practice any sort of plate discipline versus McCullers pitches, because a lot of them do end up out of the zone. McCullers Jr., 4.58 walks per 9 ratio on the road during the regular season. Very small sample size for him. You got to remember, guys, he came back really late in the regular season, but still, nonetheless, I've watched a ton of Lance McCullers Jr. pitch, and he's pretty erratic. He's a lot of the times his pitches are outside of the zone. So Yankees, I'm asking you, and I know I'm asking a lot. Keep the bat on your shoulder. When the pitch is in the dirt, where the pitch is way outside, you don't have to swing. And I'm hoping that the Yankees definitely got the message today, because I think there's definitely some run opportunities there. Because if McCullers misses his spots, obviously you can get a walk, but they're also home runs, right? He allowed a home run in 3 out of his last 4 regular season games. I've seen, what happens with mislocation and pitches. And that's kind of where the Yankees offense has generated runs all season long. Yes, it's home run or bust, right? It's do or die by the home run. Well, McCullers Jr. is going to present them some home run chances. I know that to be the case. Stanton and Judge have actually even both hit home runs off McCullers Jr. before. So they've seen him before, and I do believe they can get to him today. Lastly, narrative, guys, the Yankees are fighting off embarrassment of potentially getting swept. No one wants to bet them today. Absolutely no one wants to touch them. They're ready for this team to just go to the offseason, make some changes. Yesterday, they had 1 hit, through 8 innings, but they did end up with 2 more in the ninth inning, which I thought was just kind of, interesting that they did have a potential rally maybe starting, but it ended, I think, with a Donaldson strikeout, which was appropriate. But I just see this Yankees team not really going all that quietly. McCullers Jr. isn't the guy to necessarily shut them completely down. And I think there's an edge for them to get 2 runs through 5 innings in this one against McCullers Jr. So that's going to be my pick today. But Austin, what do you got for us?
Yeah, Logan, absolutely love that pick. I got my All Rise shirt on for you. Hopefully he helps you out. Now for my pick, obviously I'm going to the first game on the day, which could be an interesting one as Logan lives in Philly, He's saying there's rain on the radar later on today. So we'll see how this game goes. If it gets postponed, we'll obviously talk about it tomorrow or whenever it does get changed too. But I like the Padres Phillies under 3.5 in the first 5 innings, -110 on BetMGM. Now, yes, I'm old enough to remember what happened yesterday. There were 7 runs in the first inning. But the fact that they're coming back here and hitting you with a 6.5 line, I think is a pretty good telling sign that they think this is going to be a lower scoring game. As we think about a game one matchup, this was the same exact matchup of Darvish versus Wheeler, and these guys are very good. We know that. And that was the final score of 2-0. That was the full game went under 3.5. I don't expect there to be only 2 runs scored in this game all game long, but both pitchers had the other team's number, and I imagine that continues today. Now, Wheeler, through 7 innings pitched, he had allowed just 1 hit, 0 earned runs. You look at his player prop for earned runs, like Logan took Garrett Cole's yesterday. You're looking at, if you want to take his under 1.5 earned runs, you're paying a -160 premium on that. And while I don't say go out there and bet Wheeler under 1.5 earned runs, that's not what I'm saying. I don't expect him to also go too far into this game. His outs prop sitting at 16.5. Who knows what the score will be, but the Phillies might be already trying to look ahead to potentially the World Series. They need Wheeler to be out there. So maybe if they get up 1-2-0 in the first 5 innings, I don't see them running Wheeler into the ground in this one. And Darvish, he pitched pretty well versus the Phillies. 7 innings pitched, 3 hits allowed. The only problem was 2 of the hits were home runs. Those was only 2 home runs, both to Harper and Schwarber. And obviously he could do that again. But the best part was those were solo blasts. He wasn't putting free base runners out there. I don't imagine he does that today because he needs to be dialed in. And we've tracked it. Logan and I have done a daily video basically every day since like April 7th. And I've seen way too many games where the Phillies come out, score 9 runs. The next game they score like 1. That's just how the Phillies offense has been this whole season long. And sure, they've been hot at home recently, but does that continue today against you, Darvish? I don't necessarily think so. I mean, you look at Darvish's whole sample size in the playoffs this year, 2.84 ERA in 19 innings pitched. Wheeler, even better, a 1.4 ERA in 19.1 and 1/3 innings pitched. So I think both these guys, both capable of shutting down the opposing offense. I do think maybe the Padres cover this first 5 run line. That's maybe a little bit of a spoiler, as our parlay of the day will be the Yankees first 5 money line and the Padres first 5 run line +0.5. So you look, if the Yankees do tie after 5, that is at least a push for that leg. And Padres can tie and we'll actually win that parlay if that's the case. But that's our parlay of the day. But Logan, I'm curious on your thoughts. If there's going to be one team today to stave off elimination, you going Padres, Yankees. Who do you think has a chance to advance?
Yeah, it would definitely be Padres, simply because I think this series isn't over. I don't think the Padres are going to go all that quietly. Look, I also have a sneaky suspicion that the Yankees do win today. That's just a gut, and that's just like I'm not touching it, not putting money on it. But I do think the Padres have a really good chance with you, Darvish. You, Darvish, has just absolutely been dialed in. He's really throwing these Phillies hitters a lot of pitches that they're not recognizing. That's what I talked about the last time he pitched. It was they had the bat on their shoulder and they were striking out looking. These Phillies hitters are super aggressive. Normally they'll swing, but they just weren't recognizing Darvish's pitches. So I think the Padres have a really good shot, if they can just manufacture some offense against Wheeler to send this game back to San Diego.
Yeah, that would be absolutely awesome. But that's going to wrap up the video. I don't know when you guys will see us next. It could be for World Series Game 1. Could be for some Game 4 or Game 5s and 6s. Who knows? We'll see. But we'll see you guys in the next video. A couple NFL videos pop up on the screen, or NBA video will be live in a little bit. You don't have to harass me in the comments, although I'm probably sure there's a comment or two there already. But Logan Austin signing out. See you guys back again whenever. Peace.